Welcome back to Hell Frozen Over. I'm Allison Cummings, bringing you your top 5 plays of the week. With exciting games against Oakland and Colorado, a lot happened this week. In fact, Oakland even ended out in a shootout. Let's get started. All right, starting out with number 5 on the week, we have the Brett Blomgren goal. That was such a shot. Again, in slow motion coming up right now, Brett Blomgren. There was just no chance for that goalie right in the back of the net, and that's his second one on the year. Next up, Danny McAuliffe says, sit down. What a hit from Danny McAuliffe. Again, he's running up. I don't think that they're friends too much. I think he just wanted him to sit down. For number 3, we have Fez Khan with a sick move for a goal during the shootout, and Coach Powers put him in as a hunch, but Fez Khan certainly responded with a beautiful move. Ladies and gentlemen, Fez Khan. And now, Stephen Collins with the game winner against Oakland, the freshman. There was just no chance for that goaltender. Stephen Collins puts it right in the back of the net. Yeah, he says, celebrating with all his friends. Brian Parson with quite the jump as well, and Ryan Clark getting up there. Stephen Collins, again, big game for ASU against Oakland. And number 1 for the week, Ryan Clark with his goal. Look at him celebrating, and wait, that's not why it's number 1. He's reaching in his pants and pulls out. He pulls out an expo marker and signs the pane of that glass. Ryan Clark giving his autograph to that glass. Look at him celebrate. And look at that fan in the back corner. He's a little excited. I think he wants to offer the most money for that pane of glass. He wants Ryan Clark's autograph. Well, Clarky sure did look happy, but the bigger question is, how much is that pane of glass going to cost now? Let's see who dethrones Clarky in about a month, but now we're going to send it over to Josh Franz and Richie Flores with a look into the ACHA.
Thank you very much, Allie. I'm here with Josh Franz. My name is Richard Flores, and we are ready to take you around the ACHA for this past week. And Josh, it was a great weekend in the ACHA. Let's start with the big game of last weekend. It was Illinois and Lindenwood. Go ahead and tell us about it.
Right, that's the game that really caught my eye this past weekend. 7th-ranked Illinois was hosting 10th-ranked Lindenwood. Illinois won the first game 5-3, but Lindenwood took the upset in the second game 6-2. Very close contested games throughout, even though the score might not indicate it. Games came down to late goals in the third period. My MVP of the week actually came from this game. I'm going with Cameron Chinnery from Lindenwood. He had 2 goals and 3 assists over the weekend. 2 goals and 2 assists, both in that 6-2 win in the second game. So he's really what took over the game for Lindenwood over Illinois.
Yeah, my MVP is actually quite similar to that in terms of a guy who really came in and really changed an entire series. I'm going with Brian Slagocki out of the University of Arizona. He had an incredible weekend, and both of his games against Oakland, down south to us in Tucson, he had 6 points in 2 games. Against Oakland, both of those games were 4-3 victories for the U of A. He actually had a natural hat trick in the first game of that series, scored 4 points. So he had a big weekend. Overall, I have his season stats with me here. He's got 21 points in, I believe, 14 games, actually 17 games, something like that. So he's having a really good season. And of course, ASU fans know him really well, too. So interesting to look forward to for the rest of the season.
Right, you mentioned U of A. That is my team to watch this coming weekend. They're 16th ranked. They play against 6th ranked Oklahoma on the road, and then they play against 15th ranked Central Oklahoma, also on the road. I'm curious to see how they stack up against these top caliber teams on the road. We've seen them against Arizona State. Obviously didn't fare well, nor on the road, nor at home. But they just came off their wins against Oakland, so it's interesting to see how they play going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I actually have one more thing for you here. I got my series to watch this weekend. It's going to be Ohio versus Illinois. You just talked about Illinois. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a shout out too as well. They're playing Ohio. Of course, ASU fans know them well. They're battling for that number 1 spot. ASU has it right now. It looks like they're probably going to hold on to it for a while. But overall, I actually took a look at this matchup overall, and Ohio has a 7-4 series advantage over the last 11 games. So I'm looking for Ohio to do pretty well here. A matchup against 2 top 10 teams is an interesting one to watch. I think Ohio probably has the advantage in that one just because they know how to play against these guys. Taking 7 out of the last 11, going to be fun to watch.
Right, they have the experience in this matchup, and it's great to see 2 top 10 teams going at it. We wouldn't be surprised if they meet again later in the season, but for a regular season matchup, it's definitely one to watch.